Well, today is Monday, March 7th. I'm going to start my vlog. This is my clock. I got it for my retirement party, and I don't know if you can really see it, but it tells you the days of the week rather than the day that it is.
The time.
Rather than the time. Thank you, Jim. Rather than the time. So, because that's all you need to know when you're retired is what day of the week it is. I have a pimple that I popped. I can't get it to stop bleeding. We got a bleeder. And just in case I want to know what day of the week it is. I know that I look at the thing and it tells me that it's Monday, but then if I want to know the date, I go to my snowman clock that my grandson Sebastian and Oliver got me for Christmas, not this past Christmas, but last Christmas. And it tells me that today is the 7th. And then my Uncle Bob and my cousin Paul and my cousin Lynn and their spouses got me my whatever clock. So, Jim and I have some errands to run, so come along, join us. Well, Jim and I are on our way to run our errands today. Jim is driving, so nobody get upset with me. And he's got to order something for his little girl's birthday, which is Friday. So join us along. We'll see you in a bit. Well, this is where I wanted to be buried. I know it's a depressing thought, but Christy's a grave goer, so she wanted it to all be in one spot, so it's not going to be there. Well, it's kind of hard to see, but we're at the florist. It's the empty vase, but the main sign is, it's just a little hole in the wall joint, but the main thing is on the main street, the main sign. They don't have it on the side by where their parking is. But even when I travel, I bring my water, so I get my water in. Gina Pearson. That's how you can get your water in. Well, I'm not sure if you can see it, but we were at the Empty Vase. That was the name of the flower shop. That's the front of the building. Like as I said, a little hole in the wall. Well, Christy was born in 1981. Telling everybody how old she is, so she's going to be 35 on Friday. But every year, starting with her very first birthday, even the day she was born, her father has brought her a yellow rose. And in 1983, he had to work out of state, and he wasn't here for her birthday, but even then he still mailed her, or not mailed, but he had a yellow rose delivered. So she's never missed a year that she hasn't gotten a yellow rose from her father. When she went to do her wedding bouquet, we went to the florist, and she had told him, she had picked out her flower arrangement, and she wanted to put a yellow rose right in the middle of the flowers that she chose. Terrible that I am, I can't remember what kind of flowers she had. But the yellow kind of just didn't really go with the flowers she picked, but it was the symbolism that she wanted. And the florist didn't want to put the yellow rose in the center of the bouquet because he just thought that, or she didn't think it looked right, and kept trying to talk Christy out of it. Christy told her that it had a sentimental value. She was going to have a yellow rose in the center, and if the florist didn't want to do that, she'd just go find another florist that would. So obviously the florist said she would. I understand that the florists kind of, like they're promoting their business and they wouldn't want to have a display of their flowers that wasn't looking well. But everybody knew what the significance of the rose was for Christy, so she did it. And it looked beautiful, as did Christy. She looked beautiful. And Jim cried so much that day that the photographer had to have him leave the room because Christy started to cry, so they couldn't get any pictures of her getting ready unless Jim went in the other room. So Jim cries at weddings. I don't, not so much, but it was a happy day. But I mean, they were happy tears. They weren't, because we love Aaron, so it wasn't that we were sad that she was marrying Aaron. It was just sad that his little girl wasn't going to be his little girl anymore, even though he still is her little girl. Well, we stopped here to get our taxes, and yay, we're getting a refund, both on the federal and the state. Usually we end up paying on the state. And then we were going to increase my life insurance, but to increase it, just half of what I have now is twice as much money, so we're not going to be doing that. So Jim's not going to be able to party hardy as much as he wanted to. He's just going to have to make do on the little bit of coverage that I do have. I obviously got the policy when I was younger. Now that I'm older, it costs more. Go figure. Okay, now we're on our way to get the truck washed. Too exciting. Okay, now we're at CVS. We gotta pick up a couple things here, so here we go into the store.
Now we're leaving. leaving CVS.
Now we're leaving CVS. Exciting haul. I'll show you what we got. It was mostly for Jim. We got an earwax removal system, so maybe he can hear me now. You get to that age when you have to have Fixodent. And we also needed batteries. Back from running our errands, time to eat. It's 12:56. Standard breakfast, berries, a banana, glass of water, cup of tea, grapefruit, cheese, and an egg. Decided not to have any bread for breakfast because I think I'm going to have a bacon, lettuce, and tomato for dinner, and I'll use my bread at dinner. Just thought I'd show you how things can change just in a matter of 24 hours. I was here yesterday after church and it was all frozen, and today, right now, it's 60 degrees. And as you can see, the ice is finally starting to melt. It's, well, this was all snow yesterday. This was all ice. And now it's starting to thaw. And then look! The sun! Yay! In Michigan, we don't see the sun very often. During the winter, I meant. But, you can see out there a little more frozen. But, what can I say? It's not safe enough to ice skate on anymore. But soon enough, there'll be kids in here swimming. You can see where the ice is starting to break up and the water is shining through. Obviously, there's no ice fishing. They'll go right through. Well, look at me, I'm going to be walking. Yay! And no coat. It's 60 degrees. Yay! But of course, Denise and Shay are joining me. I talked her into it. Shay's in her own little heaven.
And that was a very good walk. We're coming up to Sandy's house, and I'm actually hot in this jacket, so it was a good walk.
Yeah, it was almost a mile.
Yep.
We had to walk in the street because the ice was all melting in puddles
Yeah.
all over the grass, and there was a sidewalk. So, we're finishing up. I have to go get Alyssa.
Alrighty.
Okay, now we're going to be picking up Alyssa. Here she comes. She can have her coat open today at 60 degrees.
Oh my gosh, your car is so short.
My car is so short. It's time for my snack now. It's not really a healthy snack, but I'm going to have it.
Mine is.
I'll show you Alyssa's in a minute. I'm having some peanuts and a half a brownie in my glass of water. And Denise showed this chip on her vlog. I filled this up the night before, and I drank it all during the day. So that's how much more I have to drink before the end of the day. It is 2.7 quarts of water, which is 89 ounces. That's what I try to get in every day. So let's walk over here and see what Alyssa's having for her snack from school.
I don't think you can see it.
Nope, she's eating it all. Piece of cake. And now in comes Kylie for dinner. And here we go. My usual iced tea and water. I'm having a tomato and bacon sandwich because I used the last of the lettuce for my salad. I used an ounce of ham and an ounce of cheese and my french fries and my mayo. Okay, another day is coming to an end. I hope you had fun with me today because I had fun doing it. And tomorrow, Alyssa and Sophia have no school, so I'll have them both. Sophia will be here about 6:30 in the morning, and Alyssa will be here around 7:30 in the morning. So I'll have an early start on my day. But and then Kylie won't have any homeschooling because she doesn't have a homeschooling when there's no school. So I'll have the 3 girls. So they'll be running back and forth between my house and Denise's house tomorrow. So hopefully we'll see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye for now.